Since 2000, the Pro-Enterprise Panel has worked closely with government agencies to ensure that government rules and regulations remain relevant to businesses and to make Singapore one of the easiest places in the world to do business.
In all countries, you need an effective set of rules and regulations to provide a framework for companies and businesses to operate under. In Singapore, we believe that a robust set of rules and regulations that is pro-business, transparent and predictable can provide a very competitive framework for a vibrant economy.
Iterative changes and amendments to regulations may solve short-term issues. Eventually, you have to go back to the drawing board and reassess the fundamental objectives of the rule. However, rewriting the rule book too often adds uncertainty to the overall business risk. So there's a fine line between rule stability and gradual improvement. The PEP team is passionate about what we do, and we seldom take no for an answer. And we strive to provide a better, easier place for businesses to operate in Singapore.
The PEP-SBF Pro-Enterprise Awards recognize agencies which have been assessed by their businesses for their customer orientation, responsiveness, and pro-enterprise orientation. A key attribute shared by the winners of the 2014 awards is their dedication to working closely with industry.
The maritime sector is a key pillar of the Singapore economy, contributing some 7% of our GDP and providing 170,000 jobs. As a lead agency for the sector, MPA works closely with the industry to promote the sector and when we roll out any new initiatives. Our customer service rests upon a simple philosophy. No job is too small and no challenge too difficult for us to tackle. But the real test is when circumstances change and whether we can respond quickly to the changing needs of the industry. Here is where keeping ourselves close to the ground is essential.
In Singapore Customs, we believe that trade facilitation and regulations are two sides of the same coin. We have a team of dedicated account managers to assist companies when they transact with us. Constant engagement with our industry stakeholders builds trust, enables us to be more pro-enterprise, and helps us to achieve our goal of making trade easy, fair and secure.
2014 award winners have also achieved a good balance between regulatory work and being pro-enterprise by listening closely to customers.
MUM is very mindful that it is businesses who create the jobs and careers which Singaporeans can take up. It is also businesses who contribute to economic growth in Singapore. So we ensure that our policies, our programs, our regulations need to help businesses to grow. For example, in July last year, we introduced a jobs flexibility scheme for the services sector, recognizing that the labour market was tight. This allows services firms to cross-deploy their foreign manpower to different jobs within the firm.
NEA seeks to have our regulatory policies and our pro-enterprise efforts support each other. For example, to better support the construction industry to keep pace with the increasing demand by residents for a quieter environment, we have imposed higher standards for the management of construction noise. So we have also established a quieter construction fund to support and encourage construction companies to acquire technologies and equipment such as noise barriers and quieter construction equipment to help mitigate construction noise.
My colleagues and I at the Singapore Land Authority are delighted to have implemented this paperless title scheme. It has been very well received by the users, particularly the financial institutions. With this, all they need to do is to lodge with us electronically an authorization to effect the transaction. We are very happy that it has worked out very well, and the feedback from the users has been very positive, and overall it helps to increase and enhance Singapore's business competitiveness.
To ensure that our businesses remain competitive both locally and internationally, Singapore's regulatory framework needs to keep up with change in the business environment.
As a regulator, IDA strives very hard to balance the competing needs of ensuring that consumers have their interests taken care of, as well as competitiveness in the market and spurring business innovation. One area we recently did this in is the publication of framework for TV white spaces. And this was for dynamic spectrum allocation in innovative new ways that would benefit both the industry as well as the country.
In IDA, we know that if we want to become the world's first smart nation, we cannot do this alone. We have to work very closely with the industry and with our partners in order to make Singapore the best place to live, work and play.
The advantage of having good smart policies or smart regulations in Singapore has another benefit, and that's to attract the right type of companies to operate in our environment. I think for startups introducing a disruptive technology, they can come across as being difficult to regulate. Therefore, I think one of the key roles that PEP can play is really to help bridge and help meet the sort of technology that comes onto the market.
Besides reviewing rules, PEP also champions innovative ideas from entrepreneurs that tap on public spaces through the First Mover Framework.
The K9000 is a self-service facility that takes from car wash technology and it adapts it to dogs, making the whole dog wash process a lot simpler, efficient and fun for the dog and for the owner. So we knew the Singapore government was very proactive when it comes to new businesses, and we identified PEP as a platform to access public assets where our machine is best suited. Together, National Parks and PEP did their due diligence on the machine and our regulatory requirements. We're proud to say that we have been recognised as first movers. We'd like to thank PEP for allowing us to do this in Singapore and hopefully in Asia as well.
This year, our PEP-SBF Awards event is entitled Smarter Regulations, Competitive Businesses. This theme is important because we believe that smarter regulations can indeed bring about a more competitive economy. I want to applaud the agencies who have done well in our recent PEP survey and also in the PEP-SBF Awards, and to encourage everyone else to continually review their rules and regulation in order that we can bring about a more competitive economy.